Good morning. Sunday the 18th of August. I just want to show you the last row of potatoes I dug out yesterday. I'll swing you around. So this was variety Picasso, and it was just a small row. I think there were 7 plants, and that is a phenomenal crop. And some of these are big spuds. I reckon there's some in there that might weigh up close to a pound. So anyhow, I'm going to get them home, and because the ground's so wet, you know, obviously they've come up pretty dirty, but I can brush most of the soil off and sort them out. There is quite a bit of slug damage, but nonetheless, can't grumble at that. I've got some of the red barren onions drying under my compost structure. And I guess the next job in the next week, I guess, will be to pick these discovery apples before the next Atlantic storm knocks them all off. But my little prop there has worked. Actually, yeah, I've just noticed where I did that little surgery, it's just snapped because we had a lot of strong winds yesterday, but because I've propped it up, it'll keep that fruit intact. So I was glad I did that, really. So when those potatoes have been cleaned off the soil, I've got some spring cabbage here. Got some there that's been chewed, but hopefully they'll come back. I think there's around about 20 plants, so they're going to go in and be covered up with netting to occupy that piece of ground. So I'm going to get on with that now, and then I'll take you for a very brief update on the micro orchard. Catch you in a bit. Well, we're over on the micro orchard, and as I said earlier, there was some pretty fierce winds yesterday, and I'd already been over here yesterday and picked up all the fallen fruit, again just to try and reduce the amount of food available for pests, really. But there's some more come down since then, so I'll pick that up. But it's pretty heartbreaking. That's probably only about 3 weeks away from harvest, and I don't know, there's about half a dozen I can see lying around. But anyway, despite that, you can see there's some fabulous fruit on this, well, both trees to be honest. I just noticed that little grafted branch of concord there. So yeah, I think it was a good job that I look at that one. That's a Williams. It was a good job I put those props in, really, just to try and help them. See the difference between the green of the concord and then this lovely red flush of the Williams pear. I also refilled the wasp traps. Stuff in there. So anyway, I'll just show you the raspberries. So the idea to peg has worked fairly well, and it's given them some protection. The major problem we've had is the rain, and they're just rotting. It's too wet to pick them, but I'll be able to pick a bunch this morning, and that's the objective just now. This one I just draped over, it was just a smaller one, so they're more exposed to the birds, but there's still some there to pick. And this is the Victoria plum tree. Getting a lot of fruit on it. This tree is in pretty poor shape really, so I am going to replace it at some point, or that's the plan anyhow. But if we just get some fine weather, we can get most of these harvested. And that'll be good. Any fruit that does get blown off or whatever, I've been putting it in here just in the hope that some of it might keep long enough for when I do the pressing. Obviously things like that, they're not going to keep, but hopefully there will be some sound enough ones. Well, I managed to salvage 2 nice little punnets of raspberries anyway. I've just cut all the mouldy ones off, and hopefully if we get some drier weather we'll be able to have a few more. I cut open one of the windfall pears just out of interest. I don't know if you can see that. Just there's a little grub. There's another one on this one as well. Just there. So that's focusing well. Anyway, it'll be similar I guess to codling moth in apples. So whether or not, I guess that's probably contributed to something around the pear being more vulnerable to coming dislodged in strong winds. So that's just another thing we have to contend with, but anyway, that's where we are for now. Right, well, catch you later.